So ever since I got into this hobby, I have been a little obsessed with finding the best way to paint. But today we're not talking about that. Today we're going to talk about the fastest way to paint that I've found so far. And it's not slap chop. It's sponge chop? I don't know. I don't know what it's called, but you use a sponge. And honestly, it turned out way better than I thought it would. So let's talk about it. So first off, this model is Wreckers. It's one of the Infinity models, and I kind of got tired of painting just the little guys in Infinity, and I thought, they have some bigger, really cool units. I'm gonna paint one up. So first thing I did was get some sponge. This is just package material sponge. If you get packages shipped to you every now and then, it'll come with a sponge work, and you just want to get them into small little pieces. It has flat edges and things like that, but I think for this, you want to avoid those flat edges and then just pinch them together. And if you get tired, just tape the tweezers together. First thing I did was get a nice dark green that I wanted. I put the sponge in it and dabbed it around. You don't want it to be too thick. You don't want it to cover like 100%. Truth be told, you want the paint to be almost a little translucent when you start putting it on. That way it doesn't go into the edges and the cracks. And after doing that just with a base coat, this is what it looked like. And honestly, I was super happy with this. I know you can still see the black, but it just looks like the dark. It's more of an artistic style than a realistic one, in my opinion. Next thing I wanted to do was go up in color. So I found a green that was just a little bit brighter. I was going with like a Amazon forest kind of vibe with this. And the key to doing the sponge work is the second time around with the lighter color, you just don't do as much. That's what makes it so easy, is you just dab it on and it looks like this. And honestly, I wish I had stopped here. I wish I had stopped here and then just did some finishing touches and things, because I loved how it looked at this point. But I had to push my luck and I had to go one step brighter. So just taking that existing color that I had, I mixed it with a little bit of white and I started to dab on this color. And with this one, you want to do the least amount. So far, I was trying to just, pick places where the sun would shine and hit this, like a zenithal highlight. And again, super easy. Did not take very long. I bet painting this mini start to finish took me 30 minutes. It was a breeze to paint this thing, And in the end, I'm very happy with how it looked. But at this point, I was still doing it, and I just kept thinking it's too bright. So I needed to bring that color down a little bit. So I went and I got a wash, just a nice brown wash. I thought the brown would work well because, when you see camouflage colors, you see the green and the brown mixed together. And so that's kind of what I wanted to go for. And true to what I wanted it to do, it brought down that brightness a good chunk. And the end result is something that I was really happy with as far as, the main colors of the unit goes. Last thing I had to do was a little bit of, highlights, do the eyes, and then it's a robot. So I wanted to add some metallic edges to it to look like, if it had been running through the forest, it would have had these. I could have done more. I could have done scratches and scrapes and things like that. But in all honesty, for my first time, I was really happy with how this turned out. And that was it. Honestly, this is the easiest paint job that I have ever done. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. Granted, if I could go back and do it again, which I could if I wanted, I guess. But if I went back and did it again, I'd probably stay at the 2 coats. There's another way to do this where you do your base coat and then you just use white to hit all the light areas. And then you go back with the contrast paint right over the top of everything. And I want to try that too. So stay tuned. If you want to see how that compares to this with the sponge paints, I'll do another video, here in a little bit when I get another model that I really want to paint. And I'll do that. But the thing I love about this hobby is that you're always finding new ways to do things. And is it the best way? Maybe not, but maybe for you it is. Find the way that works for you the best. Maybe slap chop is what you like, or maybe painting with the sponge is just a great way to do it. There's a lot of things that I still haven't tried, and so I'm going to keep trying those. But in the end, I was really happy with how this thing turned out. So, if you like that, like, subscribe, stick around, join the channel, and together we'll find these different ways of painting. We'll find the new ways of painting as they come out, and hopefully we'll find a way that you prefer to paint your stuff, and then you'll be set and you'll be able to start your army or whatever it is that you want to paint. Here at Pulsegate Games, we're all about making your tabletop gaming experience the best it can be. So, stick around. And as always, don't spend so much time building your world that you forget to spend some time in it. Until next time.